Hello, all you ladies and gentlemen out there. Welcome back to the Has Been Sports Club. I'm Adam.
I'm Chet.
Yeah, he's Chet. And we are your favorite has-beens. We have a little bit of an interesting segment today. This is going to be kind of like a two-part series where the next two episodes we do are going to be just covering both conferences of the NFL now that the NFL season is fully underway. So we'll do this episode to kind of highlight the NFC. And the next one, we'll look at the AFC. And might I just say,
I'm on board.
I am so glad that the NFL is back. So, Chet, was there anything of note that you've been seeing from any of the teams in the NFC?
Oh yeah, I got plenty to talk about on the NFC.
On the NFC, let's see. Do you want to start good? Do you want to start bad?
I'll start with I sure hope, because I've said this before, I sure hope Caleb Williams pans out because we, after seeing the Bears in action, it was rough to watch and be a Bears fan yet again. Yes, they won. Yes, they're in the win column. But what in the world? 0 offensive points. Like, now seeing them in play, the offense looked terrible, but the defense looked solid.
It looks exactly like it did last year.
Yeah, and it's just that it all looks deja vu so far.
Keenan Allen does not. Keenan Allen does not look like the Keenan Allen of last year.
He had a couple of drops that don't normally happen, but yeah. So there's a concern now seeing him in play because I hope, yet again, I'll say, I hope I get proven wrong.
I hope you don't. I think he sucks. Caleb, that is. I have been saying it since the beginning. I think he's going to be a bust. And if I'm proven wrong, I will gladly eat a crow. But until that happens, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, so that was tough to watch. Yeah.
You know what wasn't tough to watch? The old Minnesota Vikings putting a beat down on a team that they should put a beat down on. And you know what that never happened, or when that never happened? When Kirk Cousins was our quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who it happened with? Sam frickin' Darnold. He is elite.
I think he's got nothing to lose.
He's not. He doesn't. He does not.
So
I
I'm
am going to
intrigued.
go ahead and put that prediction out there that Sam Darnold will win Comeback Player of the Year. He's going to right the wrongs of Baker Mayfield not winning last year.
I mean, yeah, there's potential for it.
Everything there is perfectly suited. The only person that can screw it up is Sam. And I don't know. I feel like he's going to, I feel like as long as he plays like he did against the Giants, there's no reason that he can't take this team to a better record, at least than what everybody expects the Vikings to be.
They're not anticipated high, okay? So I didn't get to see much of their time on the field. But I just don't they have some injuries. There's going to be some people that are off the field for quite some time to open up the season. But I just don't see them meshing on offense.
All you have to do is throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. That's it. That is the only thing you have to
Yeah, but
do.
there should be a lot of
And hand it off to Aaron Jones.
there should be a lot of information in scouting that could stop a lot of that. Like you're gonna have your athletes, but if you put defensive sets out there to overcome that,
Yeah, that's fair.
so yeah, like not necessarily. I shouldn't say that the Bears are in panic mode, but displeased, and I want to be proven wrong. Vikings surprised. It's good to see the Packers on the bottom of the division right now.
Not that I wish injuries upon anybody, but I think this Jordan Love injury is finally going to make these Packer fans just like self-reflect a little bit,
I
because they've been declaring that he is an MVP candidate. He is a phenomenal quarterback. Like, come on, we saw half of a season of great play from him. Half of a season. We like completely disregard how terrible he looked in the first part of that season.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna counteract that. I'm gonna counteract that argument that you have right there because Packer fans are gonna realize how rough their team actually is without him. So with him sidelined, like I don't see the Packers being able to win a game.
Yeah,
So,
probably not.
I get what you're saying. I get
I
what
mean,
you're trying to say. Of like,
he's better than he's better than Malik Willis
correct.
or Sean Clifford, if that I think that's his name.
I understand, but the way you were making it sound is that him out is going to prove that he's not
Oh no,
a MVP caliber quarterback. Like it's going to open up the eyes of fans. No, like it's going to show that yes, he's good, but he's not like that team is going to struggle if he's
yeah.
sidelined.
I mean, he also didn't look good to start the game anyway, so I don't know. But he's going to get out to a definitely slow start if he's going to be missing a few weeks. So it's not going to look good for the rest of the year, I don't think. Especially if he's one of those guys where it takes quite a few games to
Right.
get acclimated when a season starts.
Is there an NFC team that should be in panic mode?
NFC team in panic mode? 100%. Depends what you classify as panic mode, because the Giants and Panthers look like they are going to be absolute dumpster fires of a team. I think you have a serious cause for panic in Arizona. I know it was a tight game against Buffalo, which they happened to lose, but Kyler Murray missing Marvin Harrison when he is wide open in the end zone to win the game should be extremely concerning.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Carolina. I mean, you should be in panic mode if you are
I mean,
the
they've been
Giants.
in
If you're
panic
the
mode for the
Giants
last how many
and
years.
right, the Giants and the Cardinals. Like to me, that's panic mode because you paid Daniel Jones a contract of $160 million,
How long until Drew Lock steps in?
and it's like, dude, you can't afford to. Like, I would be panicking paying that guy that much money for no offensive output.
He is terrible.
So yeah, I think New York should be in panic mode. I know that there's Malik Neighbors, but I think they should be in panic mode because they're not going to be able to utilize him the way that they think they will.
Like, at the end of the day, like, I understand I think he will eventually become the best wide receiver from this draft, but you have to understand he's still a rookie. Like, he's a rookie. A rookie needs a good quarterback to help them.
Yeah, rookie or not, I'm saying the organization for New York should be in panic mode
Oh,
because will he be good? Yes. But they should be in panic mode because they are not going to get the success that they think they will out of him with the current situation that they're in.
I mean, they had a better opportunity with Saquon than they do with Neighbors.
So, yes.
Because Saquon could at least run on his own. Neighbors has to rely on the quarterback to actually get him the ball.
Correct. So, yes, I think they should panic because their offensive power that they think that they just got, it's not. I don't think it's going to work out the way that they think it's going to.
Now, what about Arizona?
Now, Arizona, I think that they should be in panic mode because they have relied on Kyler Murray, which shows glimpses.
Proven to be unreliable.
Which shows glimpses, but ultimately can't win football games. So I would be in panic mode for Arizona because they don't really have anything going for them.
Yeah. It's not like they have a good defense. I mean, they have a serviceable defense. Your big weapons are Marvin Harrison and apparently Trey McBride. And Kyler is very unreliable, has been for a long time. There's attitude issues over there with him and his video game habits too. And I
don't care what you do on the side or outside of the sport. I really don't care. But be able to play the game.
When your outside activities interfere with your game day prep, I think that's a bit of a concern.
Are they truly? How do we know?
He's admitted to staying up all night before games playing, I think it's Call of Duty.
I just think he just is the performance in general. Like, yeah. Okay, but you stay up all night. You're a grown man. You just can't play the game of football at the caliber that you should be.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not buying Arizona. I think they should be worried. I think they should be concerned. Who else is
Carolina?
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina's just.
I don't think there's really anything to really say. They're just absolutely terrible.
I think they're bad from top to bottom.
Every move they make is a mistake. It's unbelievable.
They're bad top to bottom, and there's room for concern, and they should panic because I don't see really any of those teams. I think Arizona would have a chance to win more than 4 games.
Well, I mean, they should.
But everyone else, the other 2 teams, no.
Is there anybody else to be concerned about? Trying to go by division.
NFC wise?
Yeah. I say everybody else for the most
Atlanta.
Part. Yeah. Let's
be honest, Atlanta. You paid a lot of money for a guy that's on the older side.
Immediately draft
a replacement. And then you don't utilize your second-year running back to the proper.
I thought Bijan was the only one who even got touches.
Kyle Pitts had a touchdown.
Did he?
Just
gross.
Atlanta. I don't understand it.
Yeah, they're in an interesting situation. I don't know that they're in full panic mode yet. Doesn't look good though. Sure, nothing over there that's inspiring any confidence.
What else is in that NFC? No way. New Orleans is a shock. And if they can maintain, then they'll be able to prove me wrong.
They have the easiest division to win.
But until they maintain, I can't confirm that they are who they are.
There is nothing about a
Definitely a
Derek
shock.
Carr-led team that makes me feel comfortable.
I don't know. Again, on paper, I don't think that they compare or match up to really a majority of the NFC on paper.
That's why they're the NFC South.
So again, I think that if they maintain, prove me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Let's shift gears. Well, timeout. Can't forget to mention the Washington Commanders. Things are rough down there too. I think it's safe to say that all the rookie quarterbacks looked pretty terrible. Like, none of them performed well. Jaden Daniels at least had 2 tutties, but whatever. But yeah, just had to mention that. Anyway, let's shift gears and go to the bright spots of the NFC. Who looks legit? I think it's safe to say Philly.
Did they look legit? Jalen Hurts struggled early on.
That's fine.
I think Philly's gonna be Philly. So to back up our argument in our last, they're gonna be in that top 5 that we selected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure, kind of our top 5 picks, at least the ones that we had that were NFC related, I think that they performed.
Yeah.
You know,
you also can't be super critical of week 1. That's why it's you say these teams that are in panic mode and everything, but it's it's kind of like tongue in cheek. I mean, it's week 1.
Understandable. But with how bad those teams looked,
some of them were terrible.
Was to where it's hey, holy, wow.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just there is you do just have to keep that in the back of your mind. It is week 1.
Oh, I know. Well aware. But I mean, Detroit comes away.
That was a good game.
So I
don't know if
they have depth.
Shit.
They have depth.
Dallas,
if they can be able to spread the ball around to Amon-Ra and Williams and Gibbs and Laporta. I mean, there were guys that didn't get the touches that they probably normally do, and they have weapons, and I think that they're going to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Philly's got the weapons to outlast other people. They're going to maintain and stand out.
I hate it, but Dallas looked good. Then again, it was the Browns.
Dallas will have their painful losses.
Mm-hmm. The most important ones will be losses.
They're going to win some games, and they're going to prove that they have a lot of talent, but they're going to lose some games that should not be lost.
Sounds about right. San Francisco.
I mean, healthy. San Francisco healthy is just
Even not
insane.
healthy, even without Christian McCaffrey, they looked great. Jordan Mason ran the ball like crazy. It was unbelievable.
So I just they proved a point, and that's why they're gonna be back at the top, and and that's why those teams were in our top 5
Yeah.
picks.
But yeah, everybody else kind of sprinkled in the middle there. Didn't not like
I didn't watch much of the Tampa Bay game, but
yeah, I didn't either. But I mean, everybody else just kind of like they don't stack up, I guess, if that's what you want to say. Like they just aren't on the same level as some of these other teams like San Fran, Philly, Dallas, Detroit. Like those teams are good. And there's going to be a lot of up and down teams this year. I just feel like those are the ones that really stuck out to me this week.
and I think they're gonna stand out in weeks to come.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Is there any other big thing with the NFC? Dak got his contract. Yeah, that's why he played well. Felt like he had to. Then again, he really didn't do much.
Yeah, it's
I feel like that was most of it. It's like those were panic modes. Teams who don't really have much to worry about, and then
There's just a lot
everybody
of like up in the air skepticism of like are the, there's a lot of optimism that like there's a lot of people I should be optimistic about, and it's hard to because from my initial thoughts on said people, they go into start the season and it's still like they didn't prove anything early on.
yeah,
So I guess be optimistic about moving forward
yep.
and just wait for a lot of people to prove me wrong.
For the people who lost, try to forget about it and move on. For the people that won, try to build something out of it. And that's what football is. But we got another week of more football. Well, we've got what? Is it an 18-week season now? Or is it 17?
Did they approve it
I don't remember.
because they downsized the preseason?
They might have. I don't remember. I think it is 18 weeks. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We got a lot of weeks ahead of us. We've got a lot of
18.
weeks ahead of this.
18.
And
It's 18.
it's 18. Cool. Yeah. So a lot more weeks to come. Plenty more to talk about as the season goes on. But I think that kind of does it for today.
Yep. Hopefully those panic mode teams can figure it out.
Figured it.
Because there's a couple teams that have already figured it out.
Yes, there are. But it's a long season.
So the Bears, don't make me panic.
A lot of things can change. There are a lot of things that can change. And that's the beauty of football. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Or next lot of weeks.
A lot of weeks.
A lot of weeks. So thank you everybody for joining us. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm Adam.
And I'm out.